Yo! We are back hanging out. Ryan, you become a regular here. You're always hanging out in the lounge. It's awesome, man. I enjoy it. I appreciate it. And hopefully we got JB back hanging out. We got the Cadillac boys, as JB called us yesterday. And you were just sitting here talking about Viagra and how you need it. At such a young age. No, I'm just kidding. No, there's a commercial for it.
Dude, what is this commercial now?
It looks like something golf or like athletic wear, but no, I just the Viagra thing. You don't really need Viagra. It's just a joke. But I was thinking like of like some like funny pranks, like you accidentally slip somebody a Viagra, or like I'm curious, like what's like a fun prank on Ryan's radar?
Fun prank on my radar?
Yeah, like you like are about to pull a prank on somebody, and what are you gonna do? Like does the prank vary depending on who it is and like your relationship, or like
No,
how much you like them or not?
I've seen it on TikTok a lot, and it's like you have a mouthful of water, but like they don't know that, and you can't really tell. But like they're like doing something, like they like pull your hand or something, or like you're holding something, and they're really invested, and they get close, and then all of a sudden you just spit water all in their face. Like that's harmless, but it's hilarious, and it's like unexpected, and someone would get mad about it, and that's just what I would say.
You just spitting water in someone's face, like.
Yeah, but like you're not expecting it. That's the thing. Like,
I don't think you're ever expecting someone to spit water in your face.
I mean, other pranks, I have no idea. I mean,
yeah.
that just seems like a fun, harmless prank that you can pull on your friends or family, anything.
I've got a couple for you and for any in the audience to take home and like put in their back pocket. Now, this one I saw, I don't remember where, it might have been on Reddit or something like that, but it was called free canoeing. You take somebody you don't like, somebody who's wronged you, pissed you off or something like that, and you post, you make a post on Facebook Marketplace, free canoe, text me for inquiries, and you put their number on it, like moving, like put it like you're moving and like need to get rid of it, and they're just gonna constantly be hit up for the canoe. Another one
I have heard of something similar to that. I'll explain my story in a second.
Another one, and I saw this on like Instagram or something like that. I thought it was hilarious and genius. Somebody has like a Sharpie with them, and they go into a porta potty, and they just write on the door of the porta potty. So like when you're sitting there taking your shit, it's right there eye level. Send me pictures of your poop. I want to see it. And then they write down someone else's phone number. Somebody like that.
I like that.
And like that porta potty is going to be in circulation
for like ever, not ever, but like all over the place.
Yeah, and like especially like I would recommend doing it near a construction site.
Oh, they would absolutely send their shits.
Dude, not only would they be sending them, but you got to imagine like just the nuclear waste that is coming out of them, bro. Like think about the construction man's diet.
It is roller dogs and monsters.
Starting out your day with a fucking roller dog, a monster, couple ciggies, you know.
Come sponsor us, Monster.
Yeah, shout out. JB loves Haley Deegan as well, and we are a big fan. He loves Tyler Reddick. Like JB's a big monster guy, so shout out. Sponsor No Chill, sponsor Fast and Loose, then come to the Chase Lounge. I'll put us third priority on the list, but we want to be sponsored by Jaeger. We love Jaeger.
Just sponsor us. Do something, Monster. Do something.
You know, speaking of the White Monster and Jaeger, that's a really good combo instead of like Red Bull. Couple of my buddies are like advocates. They're like White Monster and Jaeger, White Monster and Jaeger. They're like we only do it with White Monster. They're kind of weird like that, but you know they're still drinking Jaeger. They still love it. They'll make mixies.
Respect.
They'll make like full like like a vodka Red Bull.
Yeah.
Like they just kind of do that with Jaeger and like Monster.
That's a combo I've never heard of.
Yeah.
But back to your pranks.
Up
at school, this is when I was a freshman. One of our friends decided to go in the parking lot of the house, take photos of one of his roommate's cars, and posted it on Facebook Marketplace that it was up for sale. And the kid didn't even know that my car is up on Facebook Marketplace for sale. And he would get calls on the daily about his car, and he's like, dude, my car's not for sale. And they will like lower the price so much, so we're like, people are like, oh my god, I need to see it. Like yeah.
Deal.
And so like you get calls on the daily about it, and it took him like a couple weeks to realize
Something was going on.
Yeah, yeah. And then, another prank that happened freshman year. So, the fraternity house, that's the car thing too. But then, fraternity house got in trouble for something.
Too many spankings.
No, I think they left their trash out too long or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but I know I joke around about like the frat stuff, like trust tree. Like, I was in a fraternity.
Really?
Yeah.
Which one?
So technically, I'm no longer alumni of the fraternity. I didn't get along with the former vice president, and me and him, you know,
Yeah.
there was an incident, and we didn't see eye to eye, and they said like, you're just no longer alumni. I don't really know what the whole like status of it is or anything. I don't really like bother too much about it. I was already like graduated and like moved on.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I mean, like, yeah, I was also in a fraternity. So I kind of like joke around and like playfully, because it's like I was in the same shit.
Yeah.
So.
But so like, and then our president at the time went up to one of his roommates in the house and was like, "Dude, the housing agency's pissed at us. Like, we have to write a letter to them, like apologizing, but you have to write it, and we'll help you out." And they were like, basically all sat in the living room and were saying like fuck shit of like to stuff, because this letter, they didn't even want a letter. They just like sent a text like, "Hey, pick up your trash." That was it. And like they're saying, and he was getting so pissed that, "What, you can't put that in the letter, can't put that in the letter, like let's put this," and like he was taking it so serious, but everyone else in the room was like knowing it's a joke. And then like after they got the letter done, they're like, "Hey, we didn't actually want a letter. They didn't care about it. They just sent us a text." And he just crashed out, just yelling at everyone. I'm like, but that's like not a serious prank though. Like it's not even a serious prank to get, like, it's just a stupid guy prank, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get you. I mean, yeah. Outside of like the free canoe and like the phone number and the porta potty thing, like I don't have anything else like fresh on the top of my mind, that isn't like downright just
Mean.
devious, like
Mean.
just really like getting into the weeds of like of shit. But
Don't put laxatives in someone's drink.
nah, not like that. Like I don't know. It's just like, I mean, like I feel like it's just kind of like along the lines of like the like other two pranks, but like taking it to like further to where like I don't know, like So it's like, but nonetheless, I feel like I'm kind of grown out of the pranks thing. I will do like the Sharpie thing. I will like write my friend's number inside a porta potty.
Yeah, that's like that's valid though.
Yeah,
because
it's funny as fuck.
Because you can't block the number that sends you the shit, because
it's gonna be like a new one every time.
It might be like 10 a day. He doesn't know.
But it's not gonna be like the same number every time. You know what I mean?
No,
it's
exactly.
Like,
you can't.
So many different users.
You can't block the numbers because of how many times people take shits.
Yeah.
And it's not like you can flush either in a porta potty. But like you get up and you're like, "Oh, man, someone wants me to take a picture of their shit."
I mean, it might encourage you to take the picture before you wipe.
Yeah, that too. Which
is kind of gross, but
get up, turn.
I was thinking about like I should just start carrying a Sharpie with me all the time, and then I started thinking about graffiti. Have you ever graffitied?
No.
What would your tag name be, Ryan?
My tag name?
Yeah, like.
Oh, like
like when you like sometimes you just put out your tag and you just like write your name in like your own graffiti styling, and you come up with it, and what would your tag be? What would not your style or anything like that, but what would your name be? I have done a little bit of tagging myself, I will say.
What's your name?
My tag name? Foreskin. It's the number 4, SKIN, Foreskin.
That's clever.
Yeah. So like, you kind of want to do something quick and easy so you can like get it up and out. My thing is like, I haven't figured out like the style, and like I'm not like artistic enough to get the graffiti like font down. My buddy Harlan though. You met him, right? No.
Oh wait, was that the
from the Grand Prix?
Yeah.
I thought you met him at the Grand Prix. Yeah. He's like really good at it, and he has like actual like graffiti like books that like teach you how to like do graffiti and shit.
My tag name would be JB Smooth.
How would you spell it? JBS, obviously.
JBSMOOVE. So it's 8.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't do the E, but he does 2 O's, 2 V's. So it's JBSMOOVV.
We're gonna remove one V, so it's 7 letters.
Okay.
For the quick and easy, you know what I'm saying? Let's give me my tag name, JB Smooth.
I
See what happens.
That's fair. I mean, he could play it off like that's not me. I spelled my name.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like we're not getting JB in trouble because I don't have the signature E on it, or the signature double V on it. It's just
double V.
Yeah, it's just 2 O's and a V. It's not him.
That's fair.
But that's gonna be my tag name, JB.
Yeah. Minor tagging for me though. It was like on the trail on a bike trip I went on like a little over a year ago, or just under a year ago. But had to tag it up.
So when you use your foreskin tag name, did you spray paint it?
We just had a Sharpie. We just had like a paint marker.
I didn't know if like you're going on like you see out the expressway and you see all this graffiti.
No, and like I like joke around like it makes it sound like I have like a whole train car with like you just sit there and you like watch foreskin go by. Like no, not at all. Like it was like in 2 spots like across the entire globe. Shittily on a piece of like concrete wall with a Sharpie, it says foreskin. Like,
I mean, I would laugh if I saw that come across the train.
Yeah, and I mean, like, it'll probably be like painted over because it looked like other graffiti in the area, like, just gets like covered up. But for the small time that it lived, those who see it will know foreskin was here.
Yeah, and I will find one of your spots one day.
Hopefully, yeah. If you ever end up biking from Pittsburgh to Washington, D.C., you very well might run across it.
I hope.
So it's a fun bike trip.
I bet.
There's 2, I've talked about it a little bit before. There are 2 really long trails that will take you the whole way, which kind of allows you to safely pass through. Like, you'd think, like, oh, Pittsburgh to D.C., like, are you riding, like, the highway or some shit like that? Like, nope. Actual, like, made bike paths, like, specifically bike paths like for these types of trips, like former railroad trails or like railroad lines.
They have that in Detroit.
Yep.
The Quinder Cut.
Same thing, but this one stretches like
way further and not
149 miles.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then it's like that's the Great Allegheny Path, and then the Chesapeake and Ohio Canal is roughly the same.
But like biking, I just find like so peaceful. Like it's not like running, where you're fighting for your life all the time, but like you're biking, it's not too harmful on the body, but you're still getting a good workout in, and you're outside and you're seeing a ton of things. Like it's so peaceful, and that's why like in the summer, like you've got to bike, man. You just got to bike because it's such a peaceful thing to do. And it benefits you in the long run with physical exercise, yada, 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 all that fun stuff. But, like, it's such a peaceful, non-taxing on your body type of exercise. It's like pickleball.
Oh, yeah. Do you have a bike?
Yes.
Nice. What kind of bike you got?
I think it's a Giant. This was from, like, high school.
Harlan's got a Giant he rode, yeah.
It's a Giant. I think it's like a green one, I think. I mean.
Green Giant.
Exactly, yeah. It's not the green beans. But I got it, I think.
There was this kid, shout out Drew Frazier. He used to make this joke. I was in 7th grade. He was a grade above me. I'm sorry to interrupt you really fast. Just you said green beans made me think of this. He used to talk about like coming up with like his own line of frozen vegetables called her. And it'd be like her peas and like her corn and like her like he used to say that all the time on the bus. And it always made me laugh. It was so dumb. But sorry, go back to your bike.
Not frozen vegetables. But yeah, no, I got it like I think I was a freshman in high school or something. Like my parents didn't know what to get me for my birthday, and they were like, "Let's just get him a bike." Like his old one is pretty shitty, and it was true. And I mean, it's a really solid bike. Best bike that I've ever ridden, like brand wise and anything like that. So yeah, it's biking's a lot of fun. I wish I would do it more often. But
well, I know you said like running isn't necessarily like your favorite, but I don't know if you know, like Ryan Lentz and I started a run club.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's on Facebook. Shout out 3.13 Run Club if you want to join it on there.
3 what?
3.13. So like kind of like a play on the Detroit area code, but also a play on 5K distance. It's also a play on the 5K distance. 3.1 miles is 5K. very very common running distance, and it's not like an intense running group. Honestly, I haven't ran in a little bit.
Is it 3
like
point like the
like
decimal?
period? Yeah, like
3.13 run club.
yeah. I haven't been like running as much. I mean, excuse time, I guess. I'm working like 80-hour weeks, so like, like sorry, I'm not running as much, and I have been riding my bike more, and I'm hoping to get a bike pannier or pannier, depending on who you are and how you say it. That way I can get back to commuting to work on the bike, even though I do have like the car situation's back to being good. Just because, like you said, it's healthy, it's fun, it's relaxing, and sometimes, like right now, there's a little bit of traffic and construction going on around where I live, and it's really less, like 3 miles or less. Sometimes it takes me just as long getting home with the car than it would on the bike, because I'm able just to like cut through.
Yeah.
Shit. So.
I mean, in the summertime too, construction is
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah, I love riding the bike too. I ended up like pimping it out a little bit. I got myself a nice little bell on there.
Oh,
nice.
nice.
I updated my my headlight and my tail light. So, I'm like, I'm like ready to go, and I'm excited for another bike trip. We were gonna go to Vermont this summer and do another bike trip this year and kind of make it like an annual thing. However, all of our PTO situations and stuff like that, and everybody's like time off. Plus, Harlan's girlfriend gets a little butt hurt that like we do all this fun stuff, and it's like a guy's trip, and she's like,
Oh, that sucks.
it's like, yeah, sorry, sorry, it's like A, it's a guy's trip, but also like B, you wouldn't want to ride your bike 70 miles a day for 5 days. Like,
God forbid the fellas catch a vibe, man. God
Right.
forbid the
Right.
fellas catch a vibe.
but no, man, you should come out. We're like trying to like I'll get back to the run club thing too, like trying to get back into running and stuff like that again. We want to start doing these like group runs. Used to go to Belle Isle on Sundays last year and run with the boys. So if you want to come out, obviously you don't want to run, but you want to bring your bike. You could
Okay.
you could
I wouldn't mind that.
possibly be like a little bit of like that pack leader. Maybe like if you have like an extra spare water bottle like holster on your bike.
Oh yeah.
Help be the hydration station for the
The
fellas.
I'm the hydration station, and I'm like a KC 135 jet where I got like a hose attached to it, and I'm like
Oh,
feeling
like
you
the
guys.
water boy
Yeah.
where he's like got the backpack. And
Yeah, yeah, and I'm like, hey, run, I need some water. I'm like, all right, I'll slow down a little bit to everyone's pace, and I just be like, throw it out.
My guy Mac, who kind of like organized our whole bike trip and stuff like that, his wife would come with us. It was his fiance at the time, but they just got married last summer, and his wife, she would come with us. Occasionally she would run. Sometimes she would bike. It'd be kind of like a mix, and yeah, she'd like carry the water bottles and stuff with us for sometimes when she was biking. Just be chill.
Valid.
She'd have like a speaker or something. We'd just be
Oh no, yeah, you
vibing.
gotta have someone's gotta have some sort of speaker.
Yeah, sometimes we'll like just go headphones, but it's like, like we'll kind of like communicate like which ear you wearing and like what side are you going to be running on. You want to be on the left or the right, and then we'll just like wear like
Yeah,
the
I gotcha.
outside
Yeah,
one, you know what I mean? Makes it and then then we kind of just stay in the same spot.
so you can
Um,
somewhat communicate. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you ever? Are you ever gonna try to run a marathon?
I have ran a
You
marathon.
have?
Yeah,
Where
I-
at?
Down in the Appalachian Mountains. I ran like
Did you run through the mountains?
Yeah, dude, yeah. Like this is like early episodes of the Chase Lounge. I'm gonna pull it up for you, and like this picture.
So this is funny that you said the Appalachian Mountains. Yesterday on TikTok, I went through like a rabbit hole of like all the weird people that live in the Appalachian Mountains, like all the hairy people, and like how they're uncivilized and don't have like electricity.
Dude, we
or
were in that area, like
Really?
when you think about like the like hollers where people are living in like shacks and shit like that, like that's like where we were. Like I'm not joking
Jesus.
you.
like that's just
Southern Ohio. It's like way closer to us than you think too.
yeah. I went to Hilton Head
So
a couple of years ago, and we
this
drove
is
through that area.
this is it was around that lake. Like,
Okay.
It literally, like, we started at the lodge, and we went all the way around that whole lake, and that the elevation below is what you see.
Ooh,
1,000-foot climbs in like quarter-mile distances.
jeez.
Yeah.
How'd you feel after that?
Bro, I'll have a video on my computer. I'll show you how I felt. I was cooked. I got to the halfway mark, and it was it was like it was like a real test. I was like about 3 hours in. I thought it would only take me about 5.5, and I realized very quickly I was not going to complete that second half anywhere close to as fast as I did the first half,
That
and it was going to be a long day.
that looks like that to me. It looks like 2 marathons because you gotta account for the elevation and all that fun stuff.
Yeah,
That just looks brutal,
I
man.
mean, yeah, I have pictures of like
Like, why wouldn't you just run your marathon
There's
on
some of the
flat
hills.
surface? That's still cool though.
oh, dude, it was gorgeous. It was absolutely. I'm not bitching and complaining about it. It was stunning. Like,
man.
look at those hills.
But
like,
just running up that, man,
You
those
can't-
people
there-
are cooked too.
There's no running. It's like you're walking. It's so steep. Like you can't even. And like going down it too. Like,
Oh yeah, you gotta be careful on that.
Yeah.
You kind of gotta like shuffle a little bit when you're going down.
Oh, 100%. I was done, but I mean, the never talked about this. This is why I ran the marathon. So I was really like head over heels for this chick,
Okay.
and like one of like my first like serious relationship. Like I've only been in two, but like this was like the first one I was like really like this girl, and she told me like. She's like, yeah, I like really want to run a half marathon, and I had to like bite my tongue and like stop holding my laughter because Daniel Tosh, I love comedy. He's had this joke forever.
Is that Tosh by now?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's always had this. He's had this joke where it's like, I don't get like the point of like a half marathon, like the people who like pray, like congratulate themselves for doing a half marathon. He's like, what, like whoever does half of anything and like brags about it. It's like, ooh, I got
That's
right.
fair.
You know, he's like, ooh, I just read half a book. Yeah, I got right to the middle of it. Put it on the shelf. Never gonna touch it again. He's like, no, like it's like nobody brags about doing half of anything.
Oh, just drink half a monster.
And I
Woo!
think and I think that's so funny, but also like so real, especially like as someone else who runs. You know what I mean? So when people are like, yeah, half marathon, I'm always just like,
Hey, we did half a show today. Woo!
yeah, it's like cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
I
do
get
you
it.
wipe half your ass, like.
No,
You
it
know?
leads to bad things.
So yeah, but she said she wanted to run a half marathon, and I kind of be like, oh, that's really cool. I'd be like, I will do that with you. And she was like, really? And I'm like, yeah, like I would absolutely.
Love will make you do dumb things.
I mean, I used to run cross country. Like running a marathon was always a goal of mine. So a half marathon was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this eventually. And
Well, it's like your preparation.
I mean, you just run.
Just run.
I mean, like there's like plans and stuff you can do. Like, I mean, I would say like I didn't have like I just started running. Like I was overweight and just wanted to get healthier, and I had to like set the goal with my friends to run a marathon. And I just started running, and like I kind of like formulated my own plan. I was like, I'm not gonna overdo it. I'm gonna do like this, and then found Nike Run Club, found like their workout training plans, and then started following those. And honestly, like what I was doing, like as far as like the plan I kind of came up with, which was, this isn't me like coming up with this. This is me like thinking back to what I did in high school when I ran cross country and just like following my coaches and shit like that. That's
Okay.
all I was doing, and
Yeah.
it was pretty similar. We like my friends and I, we were all kind of like working together, doing the same stuff, and we were kind of like already on the right path. And then we just kind of like increased our workload, and like instead of running twice a week, we'd run 4 or 5 times a week and stuff
Okay.
like that. So we just kind of like, that's all it was. And but no, she said she wanted to run a half marathon. I said I'd do it with her. She was like, really? And then I was like, yeah. And we broke up, and
This is before or after the half marathon?
this is before, like we never like
You guys
we,
didn't even make it to the half marathon?
we had made plans to run one around her birthday, around Memorial
You had
Day.
half a relationship.
It's not even, yeah. But yeah, we'd made plans. We were gonna run one together. Never did. Didn't even make it to the half marathon date in our relationship. Like as far as like when that was gonna happen.
Exactly, you had half a relationship.
And
You should have seen the red flag.
either way, I was a crybaby bitch about it. I was torn up, and she started dating this new guy after a while, and 'cause this has been like almost 2 years and stuff now. But yeah, like she started dating this other guy, and I was like, damn, like
Brutal.
yeah, because like he's like, no, I think I'm better looking than he is, and like I think I'm like, but I think I also think I'm thinner than he is too. I think I was when I was fatter. And I was just like, got really motivated to like start working out. And this is before they even started dating somebody. I was like, hey, I'm gonna run a full marathon just to kind of shove in her face, and yeah, I just kind of made the plans with my guys, with my buddies. We just started running, and then I saw her start dating this guy, and then I was just like, yep. And I like kind of just really quiet, like just with my life and stuff like that. Just kept working and shit like that, and then I ran the marathon, and I had like a couple like pop ups on Instagram, just kind of like
Yeah.
to kind of like just like when I started doing stuff at Woodward and shit like that, just kind of like kind of like feeling cool, like I'm doing something I want to do. I used to talk about this with her, like this is what I want to do, and I
Yeah.
want to like be here specifically and stuff like that.
That's
And
awesome. Well, you're here.
I know. I feel like she didn't really believe in me too, which kind of like pissed me off. So like I felt like I was kind of like, in a way, kind of like showing off, like, hey, like everything you doubted me, like, and
Yeah, absolutely.
I did, and
Little chip on your shoulder.
100%. I love the motivation, and so yeah. But I ran the marathon, just posted on there 26.2, no half measures.
What's like? What was? How did you feel afterwards? Like, how did your body
Dude,
feel?
I was cooked, bro. I felt great though. I was like, I just did that. I knew like.
Like, how many days of recovery where you were like, days after the marathon, where you finally stopped being like, you wake up, you're like, oh my god, my legs are killing me.
I think by Monday or Tuesday,
And you
I
ran
was
this
feeling
on.
okay. This was a Saturday.
Okay.
This
Still
was a
not that
Saturday
bad.
because thankfully the Lions played on like Sunday Night Football that night, so we still had like the watch party and shit like that. But I was cooked. I was like, it was sore as fuck. I was really tired. It was a couple days.
And you're like, guys, I'm just gonna sit here. I can't do anything, but I'm here.
At the watch party, I like kind of just plot myself down, and it was tough moving around and like getting up and stuff like out of like the high top chair and shit. Like, I was sore as hell, but I mean, hey, like it felt really good. Like to like be out there, like literally like all by yourself in the wilderness, like going up and down the hills, like it's mentally taxing, like
I bet.
the physicalness, like the physicality of it, like I was tired and shit like that, but I like mentally, like that was the battle. Like I had to like get through it.
Oh, I bet.
But hey, like you make it out, and it's like,
But that's a big accomplishment that you did, though,
Yeah.
and that most people, myself, probably will never do is a marathon, and the fact of all the different elevation too, man. That's
thanks.
props.
I'm hoping to do some more. I actually have this like this small goal. I guess there's like
Please don't tell me you're gonna try to do an Ironman.
no, I don't think I'd want to do that. That's like a lot.
Tell me you're not gonna do a triathlon.
I do want to do
You do?
triathlon. Yeah. I mean,
I can't swim.
the swimming would be the toughest part.
That's
for
the.
sure.
I would not be
For
able to
sure.
swim like that.
Um,
That's so brutal.
No, there's like world marathons. There's like we did. When Harlan and I did I ran the D5K. There was this one girl who had these like tattoos, and I was like, that's really cool. And I complimented her on it, and she was like, thanks. And like someone else was like, oh, are those like the 6 for 6 or something like that? I can't remember what it's called, but we ended up start talking, and they ended up telling us about this thing where like there's like these international marathons or these like big marathons like across the globe, and it's like you complete all of them, and at the end of like the last one they give you like a special medal or something like that, and it's like less than 1% of like people in the world, or I think it's like less than like 1,000 people have ever like accomplished this in the world or something like that. It's like
Wow.
it's like we've run like 7 or 8 different marathons, but it's like Sydney, Tokyo, London, Berlin, like
Oh, so
New
is it like
York,
is it-
Boston, like
is it like a marathon on each continent?
pretty much.
Okay.
Just about.
Imagine
And-
running a marathon in Antarctica.
Yeah. I kept seeing this thing last year where it was like 7 marathons, 7 continents, like 7 days, and it was like,
Oh, that's
And, like,
that's just
to
that's
me,
just,
I don't even know how that would be nearly like almost possible, but like at the same time, like there are people who go and run like ultra marathons and shit like that where they're running like 100 miles, and it's like you run, you camp, you run, you camp, you run.
Yeah, that's
But
crazy.
I mean, running is it's so much more mental. Like I honestly think, Ryan, like you could run a half marathon or like not even like a full marathon, like especially like if it was like more flat as well. And like you by yourself, it's tough. But like if you had like a group, like yeah, if you guys just like hunker down and just like chill at the same pace and just you know, before you know it, if you guys are just like able to like keep each other distracted, it'll be done before you know it. But
So we talked about this yesterday. If you're running a marathon in South America, are you gonna do cocaine before the race or after the race? Controlled environment, though. Remember, controlled environment. It's always a controlled environment, kids.
after
After.
I've earned it, yeah.
So,
I guess like how long have I been? I mean, probably after. Have I tried it before? Like in general, like was I here for a week or like 3 weeks training a little bit too, getting accustomed to like the climate and the altitude and shit, and then
you do what you want.
in the meantime, in the midst of training, I maybe like do a bump or two, so I'm like I know what it's like. I would say after the race.
After the race?
Yeah.
Imagine being like amped up on coke during like right before the race. You just did it.
I mean,
Honestly, that could be like a boost.
yeah, but like it's gonna go down. That's the thing. Like it will fade. I'll rip my pen and shit like that before I run. I'll like get high as shit before I go run.
Is that like a boost at all or no?
I mean, I just generally like to hit my pen.
You just like
But
it was
but
like,
no, I mean like I just like I don't know. Like to me, the worst part of the run is it can be anywhere between depending on how far you're running. The first half mile to the first mile and a half.
Okay.
I think that can be the worst part of the run because it's like you're just getting started. For me, I'm not as much as I wish I was a fast twitch muscle guy. Like I am not. Like I'm like a locomotive. Like
Same here.
Once I get going, like once I kind of get the engine running, like it can just go. I can set it on cruise and just ride it out, and that's just like I think I can just kind of chug along. When I stop though, and I do like the stop and start, I don't. It's hard. It's hard to get going again. So it's like
Gotcha.
It's like a semi truck more or less. And so yeah, I mean, what was the question? I forgot what we were talking about.
If you would do cocaine before the race.
Yeah. So I feel like I don't think I'd like the come down from the coke, and I think like,
You don't like a little bump?
No,
like
I don't.
Shane Gillis on SML or SNL.
Oh yeah. I don't generally like uppers because I don't like the down from it. I don't like. That's something I don't like because it's like inevitable.
Do you?
But like, sorry, just to go back to it really fast. Yeah, but I'll just hit my pen because I feel like it gets me like it makes me not think about the run as much, and then once the high fades, I'm like into it. It kind of like transitions. It goes from like the high from like the weed to like I'm like in my head. I'm like in this like runner's high, like clear head, like clear thoughts, like fast smile. Like
That's
fast
another question I was gonna ask you since you run way more than I do. My family doesn't believe that the runner's high is real. Is that a real thing?
Like,
and if it is, explain the feeling.
It's not like a high in the sense of like you're taking drugs. It's like a feeling of euphoria and like, like it's.
Have you had it?
100%. Every time you run, you get that runner's high. Like just about, especially like it's like something you feel a lot after you run, too. It's like. Like while you're running, like sometimes you like be feeling really good and you're like, yeah, like you just feel like you can push yourself and really go. And sometimes you like hit that spot where you're like, like I said, you kind of like, this is not really feeling it, but then you kind of just keep going. You're like, hell yeah. And then you're like, I'd like, you have a goal and you're like, you're going to run 4 miles. But you're like, man, I can feel like I can run out like 6. And, if you want to keep going, you can. But I would say most of the time it's like, for me at least, it's like an after thing. It's like this accomplishment. Like, like, we do these like part of our training and stuff like that. We'd go on these long runs and we do like 9 miles, 12 miles, a half marathon, like these like longer distances. And it's always like, it sounded like much, but it kind of more or less became like an annoyance of like, oh man, not that I have to go run that far, but it's like, I know I'm only so fast and it's going to take me this long. So it's like, I'm going to have to like, and I know it's going to get really hot, so I'm going to have to, like, wake up really early to get there and get out there before the heat and, like, beat the heat and shit. So it just more or less was, like, that was, like, the annoying part of it. But then, like, once you get done with it and it's, like, 9:30, 10 a.m., and you just cranked out 13 miles, you're like, holy shit, like, I just ran 13 miles. Like, some people haven't even gotten out of bed yet. B, I like was thinking about this all week and how tough it was going to be, and I'm done with it, and it was not nearly as hard as I thought. B or C, like, you know, number 3, whatever. It's all, again, it's like 9:30, 10 a.m. I have so much left in my day, and I've done so much already. I
Yeah.
feel great. That's like, that's really the, like, I've done so much. I feel so good. Like, anything I do the rest of the day is like, it's like you hit the lottery, or like you go to the casino and like you put like a quarter into the slot machine and you just won like the jackpot. It's like, it doesn't matter if you end up losing $3,000 like the rest of the day, you know what I mean? Like, you just won 15, you know, it feels like you just won 15,000 on like a little, like, you know, lever pull type shit. It's
Gotcha.
like, it's, you know, you kind of get this like, you know, this kind of like, I don't know, swagger to you, where it's like, yeah, man, I can do whatever I want. I just did that shit. And you also feel like I just did that shit. I know I could go, like, you know, I know I had more left in the tank because I feel really good right now. You know, it's like, oh wow, like that wasn't as hard as I thought. Like, I could do more.
It's valid.
And yeah, that's the high you feel. It's like,
Okay.
like that, like, you know, when people are like the hoity-toityness of runners, it's like, yeah, they're fucking high on themselves. Like, it feels good as fuck to like be the thing that fuels yourself. I talk about it. I used to talk about it all the time. Like, what I love about it is like, like, you know, like you ever have like a pet, you ever, like, you know, they talk about like, you know, like they like piss in the carpet, or they shit in the carpet, and you like rub their nose in it to like make them like learn their lesson or whatever. But like, don't do that. Like, it's like, you're, in a sense, like, you're the dog, or you're like the animal, like, and the workout is, you know, and like wanting to quit and all of that is like, you know, like the shit, and like you're just trying to like fight to keep your nose out of the shit. You know, you're struggling, but at the same time, like, you've got that hand pushing you down in it, but it's your hand. It's like, at the same time, like, it's you the whole time, like fighting to like this constant battle with yourself, like who's gonna win.
Yeah.
And it feels good when you stay out of the shit, man. It's like, it always just like easier to just to like give up and then just like take it, you know what I mean? Just to, like, let your nose get rubbed in it, but with like, but it always sucks afterwards. It's like, you got that smell in your mouth, you know, that taste in your mouth, that smell in your nose. But when you fucking fight it off, it's like, God, that's the high. That really is what it is. It's like, you feel like you're all roided up and shit, like, ah.
Yeah, massive roid rage.
But it's all just like I said, it's you. It's like, no, you know, I mean, no one's out there like coaching you, yelling at you. I mean, maybe they are, but for the most part, like,
you're on your own.
It's you, man, and that's like the fun part about it. And that's what's the cool thing about like cross country is it's a team sport. At the same time, like, you can have a good team, but you can also have a shit team, and you can go out there and win the race.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
It's fair.
You know what I mean. It's like there's an individual aspect to it as well. So I like the dichotomy of that, you know, and yeah, and I also like, you know, I appreciate the long haul. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's, you know, it's like, it's pacing, it's strategy, it's all of that. You know, I think sprinting is boring. My dad talks to me about like drag car racing. He's like, we're gonna go sub 3 seconds. And I'm like, dude, I don't care about that. I don't care about sprinting. Like, I like distance.
You don't want to be 100-meter dash.
I mean, it's cool. Cool. You can run really fast for 9 seconds. That's cool. Yeah, but like, I think it's cooler, like, to do.
You don't want to
really to go really fast for longer distances.
You don't want to be the fastest man in the world.
I'll never be the fastest man in the world.
Yeah,
I mean,
those.
like, if I could be, that'd be awesome. But like, I like the distancing. I would rather have the fastest mile in the world than the fastest 100 meters. And that's a personal thing. And I know it's not as popular, but like, I think that's cooler.
I mean, did you watch that the 100-meter dash in the Olympics where Noah Lyles won by like 1/100,000th of a second or something like that? That was really good to watch. But I did like the long distance ones just because like the endings are always crazy, because like that final lap, like someone always comes in like the last like 200, 300 meters.
How bad do you want it, man?
And all of a sudden they just get through, and
and then it takes so much more to like get to that point and have like that's what I love about it. It's like, yeah, you're literally running from here to there and it's over like that. Like, no, like it's a lot. And it's all about the mental too. Like, like what mental tax are you really like go through in 9 seconds, in 10 seconds? Like, no, it's like
you probably don't even realize what you're doing after like 9-10 seconds because you're so locked in.
Like, again, I'm not trying to demean what they're doing. I just don't care about it as much. To me, it's not as interesting. I like the distance of it.
Is that why you like NASCAR in a way?
In a way, yeah. That's what I've talked about with my dad. Like I like that. Like it's it's a distance sport.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they're running 400, 500 miles. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter where you are, and that's what
Driving for.
that's what I've been talking about too. Like when everybody gets all like pissed off about the Red Wings and shit like that, I'll be like, look, like you guys are bitching about who's in the lead of a race at lap 50 when we have to run 250 laps. Like this is not over. Doesn't matter who's in the lead right now. No one's gonna fucking remember who's in the lead at lap 50. What matters is where you are lap 200, where you are lap 225, where you are lap 245, where you are when you cross the checkered finish line. That's what fucking matters. Like
it's like the Tigers right now. Take them for instance. I don't want to do too much sports here because talk about it every day. But the Tigers, best team in baseball, and it's July 3rd.
Yeah.
Who cares that they're the number one team in baseball right now? Like, you still have got a trade deadline. You still have to go through August, September. The playoffs don't start till October. Like, it's such a long season. Like last year, how they had like a .02 or a 0.2% chance of making the playoffs in August, and then they still made it as one of the last 8 teams in baseball. Last 8 teams in baseball. So like, it's a good point. Like it's a long season. Like a team, professionally, collegiately, whatever, can start off slow and then all of a sudden, but it doesn't matter. You could start off. Let's say for the Lions, they start off 0-2. Doesn't matter. There's still 15 more football games, and they could win.
Ryan, I'm so glad you're here, dude. Last year, I was kind of saying the same things, and I kept saying like, look, like the regular season. Like when you hear Sean Belichian, everything Sean Belichian has been saying this offseason, I was saying the start of last season. Where he's like, the regular season doesn't matter. Like, do we want to win the division? Yes. If we do, as long as we make it in the playoffs, that's what matters. It's like you gotta have a ticket to get to the dance. As long as you have your ticket, you got a chance to win. And I'm not gonna bitch and moan about where we are, as long as we've got a shot.
15. We were the best team in all of the NFL. 15-2, number 1 seed, home field advantage. What do we do with that opportunity? Blew it. Yeah. We lost in the first round or second round, but our first game we lost. So we went a franchise historic 15-2 regular season, dude, and we didn't win a playoff game.
Dude, funny story, because you were at the Grand Prix with us, so you're somewhat familiar with this. I don't know what it is, like somehow, some way, I'm like a broken clock where I can I tell the correct time twice a day. Remember the Grand Prix? I met that one chick.
Yes.
Bombshell.
Yeah.
Got her number, stuff like that. We were at the. I never heard back from her, by the way.
Oh damn! Hit him back.
But we were at the playoff game. We just lost, and I was bummed out. And I seen these two.
Oh,
girls,
the Lions.
Yeah, these two girls like came and kind of like crashed the post game stream a little bit and talked on the camera. And I seen these two dudes starting to flirt with them, and I was like, I'm gonna go like shoot my shot, try to get there was one girl's number. Like I was just like, hey, I'll clip up your little interview and I'll send it to you, whatever. And I like ended up getting her number. I don't know, I'm irrelevant. I just don't know what I was saying.
Just thought of it.
Yeah, it's funny because it's like I don't know. I can get the plane in the air, but I just fucking crash.
One of my buddies said that he went to like Tin Roof, I think, for the Lions playoff game, and he said after they lost, the DJ started playing Marvin's Room to like the whole bar, and I mean, you're right. It's like running.
What's your go-to sad song?
Sad song?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really have sad songs. I guess like
you're sad. What's the song you play?
If I'm sad, it turns into like me being pissed off that I'm sad in like a couple minutes. So then I just go for a run or work out and I just listen to like classic rock or something like that. Like I don't like if I'm sad, I just like kind of like just turn it into like I get like pissed off and I just go work out or I'll start editing things to make myself like to take my mind off it. Like I don't like. Are you saying like,
I'm not saying like you're just gonna sit in your room and cry and type shit, but like sometimes like you just might be like, man, I'm like a little bummed out about something. Or like maybe you just got some bad news and you're like in the car and it's like, and you gotta drive like 30 minutes somewhere.
No,
It's
I would say like if I'm sad, I try to become like happy as possible too. So that I would
Okay.
I would throw like Motown music because Motown music is like the happiest music in the world. Like you can't not like them.
I like that. I mean, also I agree. Like I don't think it's fun to like sit and wallow in your sadness
Yeah.
either.
And
But
it's just like I get it, like there's sad music, I guess you could say. But like I don't know, like I'm not gonna be as sad as possible. I just realized JB's not gonna be here today. He's in Tennessee.
oh yeah,
I just realized that. Because I was like, it's 7:50. JB
shit, it's 7:50.
Yeah.
Fuck no,
Because you're probably TDing the show today.
I don't even know. I thought we were running long and shit, man. This is gonna be hard. This is gonna be a long. These episodes are getting long and fucking
Yeah.
filling with data. So like,
Alright, we should probably
we'll wrap it up here. Yeah. Good thing I have it set up already. So,
Yeah.
well, hey, thanks for the heads up. This is the Chase Lounge. This is Ryan. I'm Chase.
Happy 4th of July, everyone.
Hey, God bless America.
America.
See you alligators later. I don't know if there's an episode tomorrow or not, so possibly not till Monday. We'll see you alligators tomorrow or Monday. Have a good one.